What's going on, YouTube? This your boy Romeo Trading back again for another video. Today we're going to talk about charts, and more charts. Before we get started, special shout out to my YouTube subscribers. We're up to 39. Keep pushing, guys. 20% of you guys that are watching the videos are subscribed. And the 79% of you that aren't. If you enjoy today's content, please hit that subscribe button, like, comment, and hit that notification bell. Let's jump into it. Today is Christmas Day. Yes, I am doing a video because, at the end of the day, we got to get back to that money at some point. But to help you guys, continue to get to that money, I had a subscriber that asked me about setting up charts on TOS ThinkorSwim. So that's what I want to go over today, is setting up charts, setting up a good layout, setting up a good trading, having a good trading setup already prepared. So right now, like I say, this is ThinkorSwim. That's TOS with TDAmeritrade. So if you guys are using this platform, I hope this helps you out. Hopefully get everything kind of lined up and narrowed down with you or for you. Right now we're under the trade tab. Next to monitor up here, you're gonna have trade. Right now we're just gonna talk about stocks. I'm in the active trader tab. And what I like about this tab, you get up to 3 charts. If you look here on the side, you get up to 3 charts. I'm gonna break them down. Like I say, got buttons over here on the side, and this little mini tab here. Let me see which one it is. This one here, you can have active trader up with 1 chart, active trader plus 2 charts, a vertical active trader plus 2 charts, and an active trader with 3 charts. Now, I like doing the active trader with 3 charts, vertical with 2, but you can also add that third. That's because level 2 is so important. So I normally like to keep that level 2 over here on the side, and you can, like I say, you can adjust it down. And you can add and remove any buttons that you like. If you buy market, sell market, cancel, reverse, flatten, you can always edit those buttons and edit everything you see here, customize here. You can also edit here, and you can pretty much, I don't think you guys can see that. I don't think you, yeah, if you hit this little gear right here, you can actually edit and customize that button as well. As far as your buy market, sell market, you got buy ask, buy the bid, buy the market, as well as sell, reverse, all those different options. But yeah, this is the one I use, the vertical active trader with 2 charts, and you can add in that additional 3rd chart. The active trader pretty much gonna have your position size, with your average price. Once you actually buy into a stock, then it's gonna have your P&L open and how much your P&L is for that particular day. So that's why this is so fascinating. I'm a big fan of this level 2 here. It gives you a different kind of depth when it comes to the price action. Widen this out real quick. You guys can see everything. But yeah, just give you a different perception of depth when it comes to your price action. It also has the basic level 2 as well, which is over here. So this is the minis, the S&P 500 minis. So you get your depth here as well. So you can kind of see basically, basically how deep the market is, where where shares are. It's gonna kind of give you a surface level when it comes to that. So that way you'll know exactly what you're looking at. Like I said, you can use either one of these. I like this one here because it, like anybody at this 369.92 will be kind of be summed up. We'll put it on the SPY instead of this up. We're just gonna put it on the SPY. I just do the daily, weekly, then the month. Yeah, I have those. So yeah, so let's just say, hey, you like I said, you can get up to three charts here, but let's just say you want more. So you want more than three charts here. You can remove, your level twos and stuff like that. And like I said, you only get three with Active Trader. So if you need more than three charts at a time, you have an option to add a chart over here. You can pull up your sidebar here and do quick chart. And you can also put a chart there. Widen this out. So that can be additional chart. You can have as many quick charts as you need over here on this side. So this is just one option. I'm gonna go over a few more options in just a second. So let's say you wanted, let's just say you wanted your monthly here. And let's just say you wanted your weekly here for a year. That's monthly for a year, and that's weekly for you. That's of the SPY. So like I said, you can have them right there on the side. Let's say you want to drill down a little bit more here. So let's just say you wanted your daily here for a year. Let's say you wanted a 60-minute. Maybe you wanted a 15-minute chart. So if this is your workspace, you got your. Let me see if can y'all see that? No. My head is in. But I think y'all understand what I got going on. You got your weekly chart here. You can just kind of already see. The only thing about these charts is you're gonna have to continue to put stuff in them. Like the SPY, you're gonna have to drag and drop SPY over there. You're gonna have to drag and drop SPY there with those charts. As opposed to whatever you put over here is gonna automatically display on these three charts. So like I say, if you just dead focused on one stock for that particular day, then you can kind of line up your screen to have so you can just kind of see what's going on before you make decisions. If you're intraday trading, you can already have everything up for you to make a decision. You can kind of just look, bam, bam, that look good. Drilling down, daily look good, 60-minute look good. Like I said, we green on the 60 minutes, so maybe we'll want a intraday 15-minute entry. So that's one option. Now, if you don't want these quick charts over here, remove these. Like I said, you can always put as many quick charts as you want up. This one down. Okay. Now the next option would actually be to go to the charts section. Right here where you got trade, go on over here to charts. You could do you could just click charts. And then over here you can click, oh yeah, also hold on real quick. With trade, you can do this as well. So if you want multiple trade windows, you can do that as well. So if you want the SPY over there, then you want the SPY. Let's say you want the Qs over here. You can do it that way as well. So you can do as many windows as you want to. See how many you can do. But right now we're just gonna do two for the example. So if you want it, let's say you want to see the Qs, or if you want to have the SPY, if you just wanted to have more windows on the SPY, let's just focus on the SPY right now. You wanted the SPY loaded up, got it in two areas. You can have 5-minute here. You can have your 15-minute there. You can have 60-minute. You can have your daily, weekly, then you can have a monthly. So, like I say, that's an option too. Two different charts. Oh, then you might want to throw level 2 in there. You might gonna have a level 2 in there. You might want to throw some news on this one. So that gives you a pretty big spread. It's a lot to kind of look at. Like I said, you can put two different stocks. One stock here, another stock here, you can put the same stock so you can kind of have a better overview of everything, and you can kind of get a better idea of everything you want to look at. You know, if you want to just drop it down like that, you can take one chart out. Maybe you want to have, you know, the daily here, the weekly there, and you know, maybe you know, maybe you want to, maybe you want to attack the 5-minute chart. You know, you may want to have a solid, 60-minute chart first. You know, make sure that 60-minute looks good. Then you can drill down and try to get you a 5-minute, scalp trade, 5-minute little breakout. You know that that's an option as well. You know whatever time frame you want to use. It's kind of opening up the your doors to your options here. But yeah, if you, like I say, you can always add up to 3 charts for each one of these sections in Active Trader. So it's pretty handy. Hit this trade button, that way you can just have some quick links up here, or you can right click on here to get your buy sell setups, crate alerts, and things like that. So that's just another option you can have with your level 2s and your different charts. Take your live news off, or you can just have 4 charts here. Yeah. So that's one option. Then if you want to throw, now I think the more you throw up here, the less. Okay, so 4, you still have those options. You do 3 charts, 3 charts. Then I know the buttons on the side disappear once you get a certain amount up here. So just be mindful of that for you to have that flexibility. The Active Trader is going to have your level 2. So if you want your level 2 here, you can have different time frames, different stocks you're looking at. If you want to do, I'm just doing an example, monthly, weekly, daily. If you're doing like a swing trade, if you want to catch a breakout or something like that on the daily or the weekly, you can use that chart. You can have one for intraday pattern. So maybe a 5, 15, and a 60-minute. On that one. So it's just different options. Like I say, all these have the same ticker on them. So whatever you want to use it for. If you don't want charts on this side, you can take the charts off. You can do an Active Trader on this one, and you can do, your basic level 2 on this one. So that way you pretty much have both level 2s covered. You can just focus on the trading on this side. If you decide to take a position, it'll show up here. So that'll give you that option as well. But that's a lot to have on your screen. But if you need it, whatever works for you. See it? So once you go to 6, that sidebar disappears. Your options become a little limited with how much stuff you can have on there. So I think 2 up and down is the max. You can still have your options here on the side to add those buttons in. I think you still can add them here. You just kind of have to, go into the menu to change out which one is actually showing. So yeah, be mindful of that. Like I said, you just add tickers here. Say you want to keep the SPY on the top, and you want to put the Qs on the bottom. This is just an example. Let's say you want to put, your level 2 here. Let's say you're trading 2 stocks. You got your level 2 for both stocks here. You got maybe your Active Trader here, and you got your, your chart patterns here, or you may want to just a main trading chart here. Or maybe you can just use the level 2. So, we probably can have the 15-minute charts here. Just in case, let's say we're trading the SPY, or we trading the Qs today. So we want maybe some good setups on either one of those time frames. So I'm gonna do the 15-minute, and then over here we're just gonna have the daily, the weekly, and the monthly, just so we can see, what it's doing overall in the overall market. We'll have those there just to see, or we can, drill down a little bit more. Let's do the 60-minute. Make sure the 60-minute looks good. Make sure the weekly and the daily looks good before we take a position. Make sure we're not, taking a position into resistance. Make sure we're not, buying into a sell setup or anything like that. So maybe that'll help paint a clearer picture. So if you're just focusing on 2 stocks for that particular day, if you're focusing on the SPY, you focusing on the Qs, you'll have a clear picture. Say, hey, okay, well, the weekly is green. We done already rested for 2 days. We might take a buy setup into the, 60-minute looks good. The hourly looks good. We're in a somewhat of an uptrend on the 60-minute. Maybe everything looks good. Maybe everything checks out. So this will give you enough insight. Maybe we want to trade on the 15. Maybe our 15 and our 60 is our bias. We may do the 60-minute. Make sure the 60 is good, then drill down to the 15 to the 5-minute chart. Maybe we want to take a 5-minute pattern. So it just gives you those options. And that's one reason why I love ThinkorSwim is, because of the options. Yesterday was a short day, that's why this chart looks a little depleted. But, Christmas Eve off the rip, the Qs kind of shot up, had a little bounce and kind of sold off. That's pretty much was, Christmas Eve. So, it gives you those options. Your middle could be your main trading chart. And, you might keep your bias over here on the left, just to make sure that you're not buying into trouble, Have your level 2 over here, or you can have your active trader lever 2. That way you can, if you're actually in the trade, you can manage your position to make sure you got the right amount of shares. To kind of keep your eye on the P&L. You can kind of see where buyers are, sellers are, things like that. So then that's an option, and then all of this is in the active trader section. Anybody that's in the Forex and futures and things like that, there are options for you. I'm just not familiar with that, so I wouldn't be the best person to, give you advice about that because I'm not familiar with it. I just trade stocks. So, hopefully this helps. But like I say, it can go a lot deeper. Like I say, you can keep adding more and more and more. Like I say, it's plenty. If you got multiple screens, that can come in handy too in the next part. So that's all the active trader. The active trader is going to give you a lot more options when it comes to trading. And make sure you get into the position the right way. So definitely keep the active trader loaded up, whenever you want to trade. The next option is charts. Now, in this section here, this is kind of a section where I'm just kind of browsing for maybe, possible options or whatnot. So let's just throw up 4 charts right now. All these could be different stocks. So I'm just gonna pick some out my top $10 stocks. The OCGN, Devo, AMPE, IZEA. Let's just say we want to look at these stocks here. And what I like about the chart section is it's still going to give you a lot of those same options, only it's going to let you do 1 chart per ticker. You can always put this ticker on multiple, chart layouts, but you're going to have to continuously put that same ticker for each chart to really get a breakdown. So that's why that active trader it comes in a little bit handy, because you can actually instantly have those time frames you need per ticker. If not, you're gonna take kind of the the long route in as far as drawing out your time frames that you're looking at and how you're gonna manage the actual the stock. So charts is a good one. You can also detach it. So there's a detach button here. So if you have multiple monitors, multiple screens, you can easily hit that detach button and move this one to another screen to manage those stocks that way. So that comes in handy big time. I'm actually looking to get into multiple screens myself because it can be definitely useful. as far as workspace. So the workspace you see here, I can kind of have, you know, 1 or 2 stocks here focused, you know, in my active trader section. And then for my charts, I can have maybe, you know, maybe just some of the top gainers that I liked on my other screen, you know, just to kind of keep an eye on those, see how they're doing, you know, see if they're actually running off today. This one ran up pretty good. So, you know, having this chart here, having these charts detached and to the side, somewhere I can just look. Let's just say the 2 ideas I'm looking at are not, you know, running, are not performing. You know, they kind of weak. They're kind of showing some weakness to the market. And I glance over and I see, you know, maybe GVO is shooting up. You know, it's gapping over 2 red days here. So maybe I'm looking to get into GVO, so I can easily look over, see that, you know, come back over to active trader, and I can put GVO on my main charts and try to find a position inside of there, you know, or Isaiah gapping over a green day, and it seemed like it want to run some more. You know, that's another idea. So, you know, it's good to be able to detach it. Like I said, you can have as many charts as this will allow, which, you know, it allows plenty. Make sure y'all can see that. Yeah, so y'all can see how many charts you can get into it. This one here, but this also can, you know, it also lets you change it as well. You just pretty much go to show gadget to let you pick actually what's showing. But like I say, you're only stuck with those particular options. So you can do a chart and an active trader, chart and a level 2, you know. So, you know, that'll be pretty good. You know, if you're doing like a daily, if you're doing a daily pop, you may see it open up here, put in a little bottom and tail. You probably can, you know, add here, you know, and see what it do. Put a stop maybe down here. Make sure it don't fail. You know, things like that. So, you know, the ideas are, you know, depending on how you trade, you know, how you trade and your trading style, can pretty much fit anybody. Evo had a good little run too. We actually got a piece of this, you know, not to digress, but you know, we actually did get a piece of this based off the weekly. I'm just throwing this plug in there. Definitely check out the newsletter. I'll be doing it. What's today? Today is Friday, I think. Was it Saturday? I think it's Friday. So yeah. So I'll be doing my newsletter either Saturday. What's today? Hey, Friday. I forgot. But I'll be doing my newsletter either Saturday or Sunday. But yes, we did get in at 2. The idea was over this red bar here. Entry was $2 by 1.8. Like I said, we got some good profits on this one. So you know, as you see here. So yep, definitely check out the newsletter. I post my ideas. I actually got a bunch of them already ready. All I gotta do is kind of narrow them down a little bit more to some of my top favorite ideas, and we'll be getting to that. But not to digress about the charts. But yep. I hope this information is useful. I hope it helps you. I'm just gonna click some of these so you guys can see what all they do. You got your trade, which kind of give you a quick button to click to kind of get into a trade. You can also pre-select quantity and pre-select order type. You know, so it got that option on those. So that's useful. We got your time and sales, so this lets you know. Excuse me. This lets you know what time orders are being executed, the price they're being executed at, and the size they're executed at. That's pretty useful. We got your active trader at level 2 here. We got some buttons that pretty much help you submit orders very quickly. This phase, I guess phase something. I'm not sure. Is growth phase. I guess if you want to keep an eye on the financials, you know, you may be looking into doing some core trading, maybe some fundamental trading. I'm not a fundamental trader, but I'm assuming that this is what this one is about. Yeah, companies growth, income phase. So yeah, if you're looking into doing some long-term core trading, investing, fundamental wise, and this would be a good this PS. This would be a good tab to have up. You want to, you know, keep an eye on certain things. Maybe you're looking at the chart. You might have, you know, if you want to make sure that the company's performing a certain way before you invest. Maybe maybe you got the monthly up. You looking into taking a long-term position on the monthly. You kind of want to know. You kind of want to know what the company's doing, volume wise or P ratio wise, or all that fundamentals. It's definitely a neat little tool to have. Like I say, you got access to a lot of information with these little buttons on the side. We also got the dashboard, which also gives you a quick way to basically buy and sell. We have your basic level 2, and then we have your live news. So like I say, it's plenty of options. You can pretty much customize this, however you want to. Plenty of information. Just don't, just don't get lost in all the information, because as human beings, we can have information overload. So but kind of be mindful of that. You don't want to put too much on yourself. Don't make your trading difficult. Don't make your trading complicated. Because it's really not. Trading is meant to be simple. It's a real simple process. So hopefully these type of things don't, make you guys feel like you have to do, 6 or 7 charts, to trade a stock, to trade one stock. Now, if you want to just have some on your watch list, maybe you're waiting on some stocks to trigger, then yes, I recommend, maybe putting your top, however many ideas on a little thumbnail watch list. Maybe, if you got multiple monitors, detaching it, maybe moving it to the side. I don't think y'all can see this window. Yeah, y'all can't see. But when you detach it, oh, I didn't mean to do. Okay. So yeah, if you got some stocks you want to watch, you can easily just put them on that watch. There's thumbnails. Maybe you got some alerts. Maybe you got some alerts set up, and you want to keep these stocks kind of just ready. So if you ever want to click over to the chart section, you can have access to these and just see what they're doing at any given time. Maybe you want to catch an early entry to some of them. I like NVIS over this pivot here, over 710. Loving that. Nice bottom and tail. Stay tuned for this. Might be on the Swing Trade newsletter. So yeah, like I say, it's real convenient to have these ideas just readily available. Whenever you click over here on charts, you can just kind of see what some ideas you're maybe looking to get in. Maybe not low enough for you. Maybe ain't presented a pattern for you. Things like that. So just some ideas on that. And the final chart section that I like to use sometime is flexible grid. And this will give you grid space just like active trader, except you can do multiple separate grids. So if you wanted to have an additional bottom chart, you can go up here and customize grid. You can always add a chart here. That way you'll have 4 here. Maybe you want 1 or 2 here at the top. So that's pretty neat. I think you can do up to, if you do 2 up and down, I believe you still have access to this here. So if you needed the space, I think a subscriber was asking me specifically for maybe 1 or 2 charts at the top, 3 charts at the bottom with the level 2. You can turn this one here into the level 2. That'll give you that. You can take this this right here lets you customize it. This one adds a chart up top. This one adds a chart, you know, to the left or to the right. And this right here removes a chart. You won't remove this chart. That'll give me one good chart here, and I get 3 at the bottom. Have me a level 2 here. So that gives me that information there. Let's say I wanted to add it back. I would do this one here to put it to the left of this one. I have to drag my ticker back up here. Then let's say I wanted to do my active trader with it. You know, to kind of give me that bigger strip. Maybe I want to make sure I get enough share size, you know, just so I ain't got to go through my system just to make sure I got all the shares I needed, and kind of just keep an eye on my P&L that way. Yeah, that's an option as well. Maybe I want to do weekly, daily, 60-minute, and I want to do an intraday, intraday trade on this. I can do maybe 5-minute, 15-minute. Me personally, I like trading off the 15-minute. Just give me that clearer picture. We have consecutive green here, but it give me just a little bit more of a clearer picture on some charts. A 5-minute chart gonna get a little fuzz, but it's not gonna be as clear. But you are gonna, if this is what works for you, then use what works for you. I like the 15-minute personally. Just gives me a clearer picture on most of the stocks I trade. Like I say, that would have been a great reversal here. Huge top and tail. Buyers pretty much engulfing this whole bar here, pushing up high today, 425, or it pretty much rested for the rest of New Year's Eve. Just an option. Like I say, hope this video was helpful. I believe that is all as far as, the different options. Like I say, you can, with flexible grid, you can pretty much add and remove, and you can take these customize, uncheck that box, and you can just pretty much start trading. You can take that down. Now, if you want to change it up, you can hit customize again. You can add and remove charts as you see fit. So, it gives you that option. Add one above it. Add one next to this one. Add one next to this one. Add one above that one. That one. Add one next to that one. Like it. The custom on the flexible grid is pretty neat. You pretty much can build any type of chart setup that you want, and so the possibilities are endless, basically. But anyway, guys, I believe that is all. That's all the kind of the tips and tricks I got for charts. I hope this information is helpful, and I hope that you're able to build the perfect setup that fits you. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. Sorry, I'm just resetting stuff. But yeah, hit that subscribe button. Hopefully my content was helpful for you guys today. Thumbs up. Whoop de whoop. I am Romeo Trading. See you guys next time.